When you are really behaving as a person and doing things exactly as you would and responding to an environment exactly as you would in life, this is acting. So simple, it's very difficult to allow yourself to be that simple.
Can you explain how someone quieting their mind can lead them to their life's purpose?
Okay. Quieting your mind or stilling yourself by breathing into your heart is taking you to a place of being, as I've talked about. It's taking you to a still space where you can just be. In that space, you can ask yourself questions. This is the same space that artists go to ask questions for inspiration. So with an actor, you're always acting in a place. That's number one, the environment. Where am I? Most of the time, actors are not moved by their environment at all. You know, that doesn't matter to them. They're busy acting. They're busy saying the words. But you know, you are in an environment, and I train actors to touch the chair, to feel things, and first of all, to make choices about where am I? Where am I? What makes it so? So if you're, in class, I'm in a bedroom. Well, what makes it so? Well, I'm going to bring these things. It's my bedroom, so I'm going to bring my bedding. I'm going to bring just enough of my own things, my props, and my personal possessions to help me believe in this space. If you're an actor and you're on a set and you can't bring those things, you go around the bedroom, that's your bedroom, and you touch, this is my bed. Which side do I sleep in? What's in the drawer? I'm a pain in the ass on set. I'm all over the place. This is my thing. I got to claim it. I have to believe in it. So the first thing is that space. So you might ask the question, well, where am I in this scene? And then it's obvious, you're in your bedroom. Yeah, but where could I be? Well, you could be in the kitchen. Well, where else could I be? I could be in the garden. What if I was in the garden? Now, something lit up with you in the garden. Well, how would the garden work? So it's all a series of questions. And then how do I create a garden? Well, I'm just going to put 3 or 4 plants. I'm going to put this chair. And then that's going to be my garden. What makes it my garden? Well, what are you doing in the garden? What are you doing in the garden? Because it doesn't come alive for an actor unless he's doing something, unless he brings it into behavior, because the story is told in behavior. So I went on that little detour to say that's where you ask questions from, is that space. So when you still yourself and you breathe into your heart and you ask yourself, what do I want to do in life? Why am I here? What is my purpose? In that stillness, something can come in, whether it's inspiration to answer a question you're posing as an artist, or whether it's inspiration, your higher self, to help you along the way to knowing what it is you want to do and what your purpose in life is.
I think you had used an example in the book of a gentleman who had turned 50.
Yeah.
And he was a police officer, and he realized this was what he felt was his one chance to become an actor. And so you had him create his space in the locker room, getting
his
ready.
Environment. That, this environment exercise, which I've been writing about for years and years and years, but it is the most powerful thing, because with actors, you don't give them words at first. They only have 2 things. They create an environment, and then they do the things they really do in that environment. So first they have to observe their life. So this is the training always begins with observing. So they observe their life for their life's rhythms. So this guy came to me, and I interview every student mostly for attitude. It's all about attitude, because I'm old and I don't want anybody with my crappy attitude that I had when I was an actor. So I want people with happy attitudes, and to create a group that reflects all of humanity, all ages, all colors, all sexes. I like it even amount of men and women and such. So this guy came to me and I was interviewing him, and he said he wanted to be an actor, and he always wanted to be an actor, but he thought it was a pipe dream, and so he kept putting it away. Do the right thing. He became a cop, but now he was 50, and he thought, I'm never going to get to do it. I want to do it. And I don't know how he found me, but that's the universe always kind of puts those connections together. So he found me and I went, oh, okay. So I wanted to check on his commitment. So I said, are you a good cop? And he said, yeah, I'm a great cop. I go, oh yeah? What makes you a great cop? He goes, because I care. I really care. I go, excellent. Can you give that same commitment to acting in my class? He said, yeah. I said, okay, you can come to class. Now, this guy is a beginner, and he's coming to class with people who are currently shooting series. I put them all in the same class. It's all attitude. And he did his first exercise. And the first exercise, the environment exercise, you create a place, right? So first he observed himself in his locker room to the police station. And he observed every detail of his behavior, and he noted that, and he rehearsed that without the locker room so he could figure out how he was going to create a locker room on stage in the theater. And then he created this locker room, and he did those behaviors with the same investment. It's different, though, because now he's consciously doing them. He said he did things, inevitably actors discover this. In observing his own behavior, he discovered that he did things he never knew that he did. He just did them automatically. Now he's doing them consciously. And he's really investing in the behavior. He's really doing it consciously, exactly as he does it in life. That brings an actor to the now. That brings him to the present moment. Just doing and believing in that space. Without words, without emotions, without any story. Just being and doing. That's like this. Those are the first two steps. This guy did this exercise, and he was about to leave the exercise. It was almost finished, and he had a thought. He went to his locker room. We saw it was just a box, but he opened up the box and had a picture of a guy on the thing, which was a buddy who had died in service. And he had a second thought, and he undid his jacket, and he put on a bulletproof vest, and he put his jacket back on, and he looked at the guy, very simple, and he left the scene. That was the end of the exercise. I could have put a camera on this. This is the guy's first time ever on a stage in his life. He didn't even do little plays as a child. This is his first time ever. And he was beautiful. He was just a person. When you are really behaving as a person and doing things exactly as you would and responding to an environment exactly as you would in life, this is acting. So simple, it's very difficult to allow yourself to be that simple.